I'm Megan Edwards for MiningIR, and we are here at day 2 of the mining investment event in Quebec City. And I am here with Stefan Sklepowicz, CEO of Kirkland Lake Discoveries Corp, which trades on the TSXV under the symbol KLDC and on the OTC under the symbol KLKLF. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. Stefan, can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started in the mining industry?
Sure. I don't have a typical mining background. I'm not a geologist or a finance expert. So in 2020, I made a career change, and my background before that point in time had been in health services, marketing, quite a broad change, entrepreneur. And in 2020, with everything that was going on in the world, there was a clear indication that our financial system was pretty much at its end. And so for me, being an investor in capital markets, in the metals and mining space, I saw an opportunity that I was like, this is where I want to work. This is what I want to do. And so I actually started with Goldspot Discoveries whenever I came into the industry, and they're focused on artificial intelligence for mineral exploration. And so basically what I ended up getting was a crash course in geology and geophysics and structural geology and geochemistry and all these other things from these absolute experts in the field.
Right.
And so I worked with marketing for them. They were sold to ALS in, I think it was 2020 or 2022 or 2023. I can't remember at this point, but they sold off and became a division of them. And during that time, Earth Labs was formed. And so I worked as a mining analyst with them, looking at a lot of different projects. And eventually we made an investment in Kirkland Lake Discoveries, in which they asked if I would go on board to help out with corporate development.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, our CEO retired, and I ended up taking over for her during that time. So
Exciting times.
yeah, very, very non-traditional approach.
Yeah, well, that's all right. You got here. Can you provide an overview of Kirkland Lake Discoveries and its exploration strategy in the Kirkland Lake region?
Certainly. So over the last 8 years, Kirkland Lake Discoveries has established a large land package. We have over 40,000 hectares. And the primary focus of our group is to explore the Blake River group of rocks. So the Abitibi as a whole is one of the most prolific belts in the world, but the Blake River group of rocks, especially on the Quebec side, has some of the largest VMS deposits that are gold rich in the world. And so we see an opportunity on the Ontario side of the border because there hasn't been the same level of exploration from that regard. The majority of the focus has always been along the large cracks, the Larder Lake Cadillac Deformation Zone, the Destor Porcupine, so these huge shear hosts for gold, and some of the largest deposits in the world, which is why that focus has always been there. But we're looking at it a little bit differently in that these VMS related events or intrusion related events can occur anywhere within those Blake River rocks. And so that's what we're looking at and exploring. Because we had such a large land package, we did a lot of work to break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces. And so having worked with AI in the past and machine learning Goldspot, we utilized their services to do EM anomaly matching across our entire property, as well as the rest of the Blake River group of rocks, to get a whole pipeline of opportunities that could be VMS anomalies.
Right.
And so on top of that, we did a large broad scale geochemistry over our western side of our project, which had a whole bunch of anomalies that ended up lining up with some interesting intrusions on that side of the property as well.
Okay. What are some of the company's recent milestones or significant developments?
So probably the most recent one is we optioned a property called the Winnie Lake property. So there was a historic drill hole after we did these soil samples. We started looking at what was in the surrounding area.
Yeah.
And there was a drill hole from 1989 where they encountered 2.6% copper, 2.8% zinc, over 22.5 meters with a gram per ton gold kicker. And so for us, it was this solidifying of our thesis that these magnetic highs meant something surrounding this intrusion. And so we take it as an opportunity to explore this further and see exactly what's happening with those rocks. We are going to be doing some EM testing downhole in that area to highlight what other massive sulfides are in the area. We also were at site last week and able to identify that there was magnetite on the border of these massive sulfides, which is extremely magnetic. And so we're doing a tightly spaced drone survey over that area as well to help highlight that. And permits should be in place within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So we'll be drilling shortly after that.
And the next 6 to 12 months, what should investors be watching for?
So, like I was saying, some of the biggest opportunities are coming very shortly. And so our last financial raise was done in December. We raised 1.4 million. With that, it was earmarked specifically to test around this intrusion. So we brought in Rob McEwen, Eric Sprott, Sean Rusin from Cisco. We had some really strong players that were wanting us to test this theory. And it is very much still, a science project and a theory at this point. But if it works out, we control 14 kilometers around this intrusion.
Right.
And from our soil samples, these anomalies are all around the border of this intrusion, and they align nicely with these magnetic highs.
Mhm.
So we're going to be drilling this magnetic high to the south that has pre-existing mineralization, and just taking the low-hanging fruit that was left behind from the previous operators, and that we know that we can do downhole EM to help highlight the opportunities there. There's channel sampling to be done at surface that wasn't done, the magnetic survey. So all these small things that are going to make a big difference for our exploration.
Mhm.
And we expect about 3,000 meters to be drilled into those targets, and that will be happening hopefully in July.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What sets Kirkland Lake Discoveries apart from others in the exploration space, do you think?
The biggest thing I say that sets us apart is the scale of our opportunity, or scale of our projects, and the opportunity that lies with that. We do control the district entirely for that area. The only other players in that area are majors, so we're one of the few junior explorcos that are there. And we're taking a very systematic approach to exploring, and I'm hoping that all junior explorcos do that, but we're really focused on the right steps to make sure that it leads to a discovery. And so rather than, just trying to hit a home run out of the park, it's like, hey, let's build this up, let's work it up so that we're highly confident in what we're doing. And if we make a discovery there, we know that there's lots of other opportunities around, and we hold a lot of ground to be able to look at.
For everyone watching, if they want to get into contact with you, how would they do that?
On every press release that I have, my phone number is there, my email is there. You can reach out. I answer all the questions from random shareholders up in Cobalt to people in Vancouver getting more information. So I'm happy to answer anytime.
Do you guys have a website?
We do, KirklandLakeDiscoveries.com. And if you're looking for some entertainment, check out our YouTube channel, because we're doing Treasure Hunters,
Oh, really?
which basically follows the day in the life of a CEO and
That's fun.
geologists in the field. So
Oh, that's really fun.
it's a way. I'm a firm believer in full transparency,
Yeah.
and that's an opportunity for us to share. So check it out. It's a lot
So
of
the
fun.
Kirkland Lake Discoveries YouTube.
You got it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thanks.